What is up, everybody? This is Lyle, No Hippie Trucking and Transportation, coming at you from the Loves in Angola, Indiana. You know, I'm not that big of a fan of Loves. You know what I'm saying? I was looking for a Petro that was kind of close to this Walmart I'm delivering to, but this was the closest thing, so here I am. Just want to talk about how I'm just tired of this shit right now. You know what I'm saying? Before I get into that, I want to talk about some good stuff. You know, I ventured out west, a little bit further out west than I like to go. Just got out of the shower, so my knuckles probably ashy as always. But picked up a load of potatoes, took it out to the Philadelphia produce market. Now, I was dreading the delivery on this like the whole trip. But you know, I had thoughts of the Chelsea market in Boston going through my head. And I got to this Philadelphia produce market, and it was just so organized. You know what I'm saying? I mean, you go up to the gate, pay your $35 to get in, which in the long run, I wasn't even upset about that. We'll get to that in a second. So you pay your $35 to get in. He asks you where you're going. He pulls out this little form, highlights the shipper you're going to, points you to the staging area, tells you to call the receiver to get a dock, right? So my appointment was at 10 o'clock. I got there about 9. Called the receiver at 10. Well, I called him before 10, but they said call back at 10. So called back at 10, gave me a door, and I was unloaded. Now, I only saw one guy in this place. I was unloaded by like 10:35, 10:40, something like that. Then once I was unloaded, rolled right back around to the staging area. I had another load pre-planned on me to pick up between 0750 and 1600. Wanted to get there as early as possible, so I did like a split on it. Did 8 hours in the sleeper. Got to the next place, but the thing I liked about that, and I didn't mind paying the $35, was that is a bad time to get unloaded near a major city around 10 o'clock. But since you were able to park back in the staging area, parking wasn't an issue at all. You know what I'm saying? Just roll back over there. So anyway, got to my next shipper. That was some mushrooms. No, it wasn't mushrooms. It was near that area. If you're familiar with the mushroom area in Pennsylvania, it was around there. I think I got blueberries. But picked up that load, got there about, I don't know, 8:25, something like that. I think I was loaded by like 12:30 or 1. Drove through one of my favorite places, Lancaster, Pennsylvania. The Amish weren't out representing like they normally are, but rolled through there. Put a few hours on it and shut down. I got plenty of time to relax right now. Just got done with my shower, but I think I pulled in here about 10 o'clock, and I don't deliver till 04, so that's some good relaxation. But no matter how long I can relax, I just cannot get rejuvenated. You know, I spoke about this a while back, and we'll get into why I'm just apathetic. You know what I'm saying? Like, I've been out here almost, well, a little over 3 months now. I did stop at home for my anniversary on October 10th, which was the last time I was home. And I think the time I was out before that was about 5 or 6 weeks. I don't even know. It's been that long. But, you know, 5 weeks is my time. 5.5, actually 5 to 5.5 weeks. That's my perfect time to stay out. Once you start stretching it out longer than that, I've learned, is I just become apathetic. You know what I'm saying? Like, normally, every time I stop, I'm wiping down my truck, doing everything. I'm really not even doing that. I mean, my truck's not dirty, but I mean, it's just like I'm out of my routine. Everything is becoming too routine as far as the shippers and receivers go. And it's just time for me to to get back home. And the only reason I've stayed out this long was because there's just unknown factors out there. I'm not sure when the truck is coming in, so I was kind of trying to plan my home time around that. So I've stayed out. So I'm gonna have my fleet manager get me back home. I'm not sure how long I'm gonna stay back there, but I'm just at the point where, I don't expect the job to be fun, and that's not even the case. It's not a matter of fun. It's just a matter of attention to detail is starting to slip a little bit. I'm waking up tired. I never, ever wake up tired. And I'm not talking about waking up tired from like, I did a split shift or did something like that. I'm talking about took a 34 and woke up tired. And I realized it's not necessarily being tired. It's almost the same feeling that I used to have when I was in the mortgage industry, and some of that stress was on me. And I'm saying sometimes when the stress would get abnormally stressful, it's like you wake up and you just like don't want to do anything. That's kind of where I'm at right now. And I've kind of started thinking about that again, thinking about all the fun and stuff I had in the mortgage industry. I wasn't thinking about all the bad stuff. So, obviously I was able to recognize that, but I was thinking back to how much fun we used to have. And out of nowhere, the owner of my, the mortgage company, gave me a call yesterday, and we started reminiscing some even more. And I don't know if that was like he got my vibes or something. I don't know, but I'll talk a little bit more about that. Just some of that maybe one of these days. I don't know if anybody be interested in that, but the guy that owned the mortgage company, he's about 2 years older than me, and I started there I started there near the beginning before it's still not really corporate, but back when it was like just growing, and those were some really good times. I'd managed an office, once I kind of built up my reputation, I ended up managing our office in Denver, and then we had one in Phoenix that I would run out to, and I wasn't necessarily managing that place, but I would go out and help loan officers with meetings, stuff like that. If they'd set up meetings with realtors or insurance companies or bankers, stuff like that, I would go out and help them with those meetings. And then for the people that didn't have meetings, I would set up meetings out there before I got out there to take some of the loan officers that weren't really comfortable doing that kind of stuff. Helped them with like cold calling, stuff like that. Still remember my little cold call pitch, man. It was pretty tight. But anyway, things are starting to get bad when I start thinking about that again. You know what I'm saying? But that's about it. You know what I'm saying? So for you guys that are out there running and gunning months at a time, all due respect given to that, because I just can't do it. Just can't do it. My fleet manager told me he promised he won't ask me when I'm ready to reload when I go home, so I might have to hold him to that one. But just things I'm missing, obviously, miss my wife, miss my dogs, all that stuff. But man, I have been craving some sushi like it's nobody's business. You know what I'm saying? So I'm definitely gonna have to hit up some sushi, and definitely get up on some Bombay. Well, maybe not Bombay. Maybe some Beefeater dirty gin martinis. Get up on some of those. I'm missing those. But just wanted to kind of let you guys know what's going through my head right now. The funny thing about it is these loads that I've been on have been like the perfect loads. Loads that pay good, that have time on them, that are even good accounting for the time. Normally I would just be overjoyed with the fact that, man, I get all this time to relax before I gotta get up and go, to this Walmart in the morning. Delivers at the perfect time, 4 in the morning, so when I'm done, if I don't have a pre-plan, easy to find parking, all that stuff, and I'm just blah. Like, it's just like, I don't even care. So, you know, if I, yeah, personally, I can't understand when people, you know, when they're, how can I explain it? You know, a lot of times people have problems dealing with this from a psychological standpoint, and I guess this is psychological as well, but I mean, not the same degree. I just feel like, man, I can't explain how I feel right now. I mean, it's not like I don't know, I just need to get my ass back home. I thought that going to the terminal and having a chance to sit there would rejuvenate me, but, you know, I mentioned this, and I'm about to wrap this up. Sorry to keep rambling, but I mentioned this in videos before. When you first come out on the road from home time, your energy level's like at a 10. And then, you know, after that first week, and then, you know, you get some good rest, but then once you plug back in and, you know, try to get rejuvenated, then you might only get back up to 95. And then, you know, you get a chance to rest again, then it might just go to 90. So I don't always rejuvenate back up to full potential as the weeks go on. And I'm probably, if I was to say, if you took everything into consideration, you know, how I'm feeling, attention to detail, all this kind of stuff, I would say I'm probably at about a 60. And before anybody gets concerned and, oh God, that's dangerous, I'm like overly, you know, I'm overly attentive to detail probably than most people, just because that's kind of how I am. Kind of goes back to why I spent 7 months in training. So it's not like, it's just little stuff. It's not even, I wish I could explain it, and I'm sure some of you guys that have been out there for a while can understand what I'm talking about, but that's where I'm at right now.
Attention, a new important message has arrived.
But that's it. I'm gonna get off here, try to get my relaxation on, and go from there. This Walmart I'm delivering to tomorrow's in a perfect area. We're gonna be in Indiana, so I don't know if I'm gonna really need a washout after this. My trailer was pretty clean before I loaded up this last one. And this last load, they looked like they loaded it in there, you know, pretty well, where they weren't out there trying to break up every damn pallet they put in the truck. But we'll see how the Walmart does, so I may not even need to worry about that. But a great reload area. If I was to speculate on what I'm gonna get out of here, I would probably say there's that Smithfield drop and hook place. It's not like it's more like a cold storage place. I don't really remember where it is. I know somebody's gonna know what I'm talking about, but that's where I would imagine I'm gonna reload from. But that would be great if I do. Anyway, I'm done rambling. Sorry about that. I appreciate you guys stopping by No Hippie Trucking and Transportation. Comment, subscribe, and I'm out.